All right, Louis Sports Little Man Over Market, and this is the E-mini recap for January 13th. Wow, what a day. Great range, almost 5,000 points. I think we did a 5,000 point range. I hope everybody made some money. I hope you stayed with me today. And I'm sorry if I got you out of the shorts too soon, but, you know, I thought that 2022 was a target, and I thought that 2022 was going to hold it, but I didn't realize that. I guess there was some news out about Germany and EBC and whatever. Don't matter to me as long as they moved the baby. All right. So we talked about this today, right? I drew these trend lines. We went up to was this 2051.75, right? And then kind of fell out of bed from there. Kind of fell out of bed from there. Now, just to show you one of the things that I mean, the 5 minute pivot, people, is an invention of Pat Davitt. Okay, so we've been using it for 20 years. We go back and forth with different time things, but this is the Dow. So I had given it to you guys today. I gave you all the levels, and when we get these kind of moves, I'll tweet to you guys that they all are gone. That means they're all gone. That means they're all in a sell. So these guys all fell apart about 11 o'clock. Look at this. Here's the Dow went through the 5 minute. Okay, let me get that out of there. The one that kind of was leading today was the Russell. The Russell. All right, here's NQ. All right, here's NQ. Let me. It's hard. I got to move these screens around. All right, but I'm just pointing out to you. Same thing at 11 o'clock. Boom, right here. The Nasdaq fell out of bed. Right. So when I get those moves and I point them to you, it's because we're getting confirmation with all the different things. Now here's the Russell. The Russell went up first, and I think I put it out that the Russell was out there first. The Russell uh, went to a sell about 10:30, so about a half hour before them. So here's the pivot. I'm looking at it right here where it was taken out. Okay, and we've been working on some things with the pivot. We usually, and then they took out the 30-day pivot. So let me put up E-mini trading today. So we had that range where we stayed inside of it. Okay, we stayed inside of it. So here's our action today. They took it up on the opening, right? Big opening range. There are some buyers in again. Big opening range. All right. We had a 5 minute low. We always keep track to the 5 minute at 2037. The opening print was 2037 and a half, and then the high of the first 5 minutes was way up at 2046, and then we had this here. All right. Here's another thing that we watch. Okay, I'm giving you all our secrets, but you got to watch them all. And see this little line here at 10:30. Remember I tell you we got to see what's going on at 10:30. All right. Counter trend period. That's when we look to see if there's going to be any more follow through. And 10:30, look at this, made a little thing, and then that was it, all the way down. Counter trend period. All right. And then when we got at 39.5, I told you we were in a sell. I covered my shorts in here. All right. I thought could go to 22, and then they fell out of bed, and then went all the way down to basically 1921 or 2001. Okay, 2001. So that's the tail of the tape there, and then we rallied back, and I said they were gonna could close unchanged on the day. Well, I guess we're down 300, which is not bad considering all the action we had. But I think by the time post market is done, we will be closer to unchanged. Okay. All right. Now, another thing I want to point out to you. Okay. Now look at this. See this right here where my arrow is at? One, two, three. Three single prints made on January 6th. Look where the market went to. Those things become like magnets. They're like magnets. All right. So now we got here. We got single prints from 2025 up to 30 half. Up to 30 half. Okay. And we got all the numbers coming out tomorrow that will be important numbers. Now, so I've covered most of that stuff. I want to show you, bring this chart back up because this is the one. There's one more that I want to show you that we use, and Oh, where is it? All right. Okay. All right. This is a 1 minute chart. A 1 minute chart of the actual cash. It's the ADSPDC, advanced decline for that. And I'm going to tell you right now, we got up here at the top, and this is my first inclination today that I thought the market was going to and go with our bias, because I did tell you today that I thought it was a two-sided trade, but we were favoring the short side. And when this started ticking down, and I got this action here, right? But this started ticking about 10:30. When this started going about 10:30, and the S&Ps were still staying right where they were at, I knew that there was going to be a move to the downside. So that's something else that we follow. All right. Now back to this. I'm showing you a lot of stuff, and I'm thinking about doing a live trading session on YouTube, uh, and have everybody come into the thing, and you guys can actually see how I prepare, and maybe even we'll trade together for the day. All right, now what did I want to show you? Oh, bu- 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 oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong chart. Here it is. Sorry. Now look at this. These two, these two bars are the one that's causing me concern, because I think the market's going to trade in this range, and then it's going to break out, right? So the market's either going to head to all-time highs, okay, or it's going to go back down to 1961, okay, and that's where this came from, all right, and that's why I kind of drew these trend lines. But these two have given me some concern, and the concern is that we had a bunch of institutional buying. You don't get these up days where the market just goes up, 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 up for an hour and a half if it's not institutional buying. So that means these guys are in the market. That means that these guys um, are these guys. I'm talking institutions. They had to get into the market, and sometimes what a lot of these funds do is they just get into S&Ps because they have to meet their fiduciary responsibilities about being vested in the market, and they're in. So, unless not something catastrophic happens, I think the markets could go down and bottom out back at 61 again. But I'm more apt to believe we got some numbers coming out that the market is heading higher versus going down low. I will, I mean, we still have a lot of, you know, a couple things happened today with the range and distribution. We got a mode that's way up at the top, like I mean, way up there, like at 2048, right? So these things are giving me some, cause for concern. So all I can tell you is I got big numbers tomorrow. We've got overnight action. The best way is to be flat, and let's see what the overnight action brings us. Hope you're following me on Twitter. Go get our numbers. Register on the site, manovermarket.com. It's free. Get our research, and then we'll talk about what else I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get rid of the pop-up window on the site and just use Twitter as the update.
Order
All
filled.
right. So let's talk. We'll talk. As we progress. All right. So the range, I think it's going to go up to 22. In fact, if you heard of ordered fill, I just got out of some of the ones that I had bought prior to the close. So I'll talk to you later. We'll be flat overnight. We'll be flat overnight. I am not going to take any overnight risk. Talk to you later. Bye.